Hello guys, welcome again. My name is Lade Olabi. Please let's not cut this out. My name is Lade Olabi.
Okay, my name is Jumo Olabi.
And we're continuing with the pregnancy series. The baby's still here at the time we're making the video, but when you'll be seeing the baby's out. Today's video is about getting pregnant again after losing 2 pregnancies.
Yeah.
And we just want to kind of talk about the process, because after the 2 miscarriages, we made a video about losing our babies and grieving as pastors. But this one is just, what was the process like getting pregnant again after losing 2? And the purpose of this video is really just to encourage you, if you've lost anything, not just babies, whatever it is, even if it's a child, and to tell you how we have coped in that sense. So for me, what was it like? Once we got pregnant again, I was excited, but it was a mixture of emotions, because I was excited, but then I was really nervous. Like, is this one going to stay, or is it going to be like the other 2? And one thing I remember, sorry, I'm getting kicks, ouch. One thing I remember is that so the first pregnancy I lost at 14 weeks, the second one I lost at 9 weeks. And when I was getting to those landmarks, I started to get even more nervous and worried, like what's going to happen now. And then I guess we started doing some things that we didn't do in those 2 pregnancies. We started like going to the hospital early. Ouch.
Sorry.
Going to the hospital earlier. And yes, we had a little situation at our former hospital, and it caused us to change hospitals. So do you want to talk about that?
I think if my memory serves me well, I think one of the first problems was that we were seeing different doctors.
That's how that hospital operated.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm supposed to talk about the hospital.
Yes, no. I'm just supporting your.
Yeah, so we're seeing different doctors. At times, there's no accurate information being passed to the next doctor. So that was a problem. And then I remember on one of the occasions that we had to wait. We waited for
hours.
I think like 3 hours. They said Ghani is around.
He's doing his rounds.
Then after 3 hours, we said, we need to see
a doctor
urgently. And it was then they now said he went to have he was attending to
somebody else
somewhere, another hospital. We waited another 2 hours before the guy came.
And when he came, his attitude was just over the roof.
Yes.
So he was supposed to consult, and we were asked to do a few tests. And so he was supposed to look at those tests and tell us that everything is fine, so that we could continue trying for another baby. But he was really, really rude.
Yeah.
He was really, really rude. And I think at some point I told him, I said, I'm not comfortable with the care you're giving me. Like, I'm not confident in what you're telling me. And his response was just, I don't remember. I'm happy I don't remember, because it was really bad. And was it that same day we left that hospital?
It was that same day. So we left, and one of our friends recommended
the hospital where we now use.
So, and really, it's
our first visit was beautiful. Like, they did an ultrasound. You could tell that this guy knew what he was doing, and he was very polite.
Yeah.
Although he's the owner of the hospital, but all the other doctors behaved the same way.
Yes.
So yeah, he did an ultrasound immediately. Meanwhile, the other hospital where we were using, the ultrasound place is different. They will do ultrasound where it's different. But this one, the consultation, there's ultrasound. You see the baby. You see the whatever you need to see. They will give you quality information, what you need to know. And at the time I went to the new hospital, I was already pregnant. And so he put me on a medication. I don't remember the name. I'm so sorry. If I find it, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. He gave me a medication to prevent me from miscarrying this particular pregnancy. And I really appreciated he was really cool with me. I was really sick in the first trimester. I was reacting to the prenatals. I didn't even know. He told me to stop that. And then he gave me medication to help me with what's it called? with nausea. So yes, that was really nice. And so that happened as a preventative measure for us not to lose this particular pregnancy. And then another thing that happened with me was thoughts. I had to fight evil thoughts, bad thoughts, so much. Like I mentioned earlier, when I got to the 11 mark week,
9
weeks mark. So that particular period, I just kept thinking, like, I don't want anything bad to happen. You know, I could have the slightest discharge, and in my head I'm just going to think, oh, it's blood. I could have the littlest cramps. I'm just thinking, oh my God, it's blood. You know, and so I really appreciate how, like, the part you played in saying, no, sit down there, sit down. At some point they put me on bed rest. So yeah, that's what it was like. Another thing I remember that we had to deal with was, when is the right time to tell anybody about this pregnancy? Because you definitely don't want to carry everybody through the emotional roller coaster of, oh, we're pregnant, hey, congratulations, oh, we lost it. I mean, even if it's your parents, even if it's your siblings, it's not just fair. So holding that news back was also something we had to do. Me, I'm not like that too. If you're close, if you're my family, you will know everything at once. But I remember I had to wait. I think I waited till the 3rd month to say that I was pregnant and that everything is fine. I have a new hospital and things are going well. So yes, that was ouch. That was what that experience was like. And yes, I had to fight evil thoughts with good thoughts. You know, when I have thoughts like, oh, this one's gonna go again, I replace it with thoughts of, no, I will not cast my young one. I am not going to cry over my children. My children will gather and rejoice around my table. They will call me blessed. You know, I had to replace evil thoughts with good thoughts, and then also positive confessions. So I remember, like, PJ doesn't want to hear anything regarding I'm having cramps or he didn't want to hear. So we always had that role of positive confession. So I thank God, and I thank you for the role you played in, like, relieving me from a lot of church responsibilities, because, you know, sometimes you feel like, I will feel like, if I don't do this thing, it won't get done. If I don't, you know. And so we'll share in another video how we were able to juggle ministry and pregnancy, how we are doing it, because we are still doing it right now.
For people who have lost maybe pregnancies or anything, you need to have courage to try again, because just behind your loss is your success. If you don't try again, I know there may be fears of failure, what people will say, and so many things. And those thoughts will come to your mind, but you need to know that you just need to keep trying. Because if you don't try, you don't know which one will succeed. So you keep trying, and like she said, you need a lot of positive thoughts. You need to dispel the negative thoughts and energy, so that you can stay positive, because the state of your mind also contributes to especially if it's pregnancy, it contributes to your health. If you are not thinking well, if you are depressed, it's going to affect your body chemistry and how everything works in your body. So you just need to keep trying and be prayerful and hope for the best. There's something that said, hope for the best but plan for the worst. It means that
be prepared.
Expect the best will happen, but prepare in case the best doesn't happen. You're prepared for the worst. So
I remember something you told me one time. I was crying. I prayed and I was singing a hymn and I was crying, and you said this your cry is not spiritual. And one of the things that happened was I got very upset. Like, you don't know why I'm crying. Like, crying is the least of the things I should do to express my sadness. But I'm crying. I'm not even disturbing you. I'm not crying. I'm not holding your shirt. I'm not crying with your eyes. And you're telling me that. So what you said my cry. You said this cry is not spiritual. And I ignored you because I was already getting upset. And then you said, what I know is that in our kingdom, you remember? He said, what I know is that in our kingdom, we don't get things by tears. We get things through joy. And that was a very smart way of you preaching to me, because I remember when we first got married, you start by either saying in the book of, or you say the Bible said, and once you say those lines, I've off my ear. I'm not hearing you again, because I don't want you to preach to me. But you know, God gave you wisdom to say it like that, and immediately the scripture Isaiah 12:3 came to my head, like, with joy we draw from the wells of salvation. And that's the word of encouragement I have to anybody watching this. Like, your moodiness, your sadness, your crying, it won't do anything. Joy is our basket.
I think I remember one of the things you also deal with was moving on. Like, you're even thoughts.
Yes, like I didn't want this child enough. Should I even
have I not moved on too quickly?
I never kept the date of any of those things in my head. Once in a while it crossed my mind, but I don't even celebrate. How do you celebrate a miscarriage? Or is it celebrate? Or you think anything that will cause your mind to be sad, erase it. It's not needed. It's not needed. But don't forget, guys, with joy, we draw out of the wells of salvation. So it doesn't really matter what you've lost. Rejoice. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. That's all we have. Follow us on social media for all the deets, because while these YouTube videos are coming small by small, I'm sure we've already made the introduction of the baby on our Instagram. So follow PJ on Instagram at _, and for me at Lade_Owolabi. Just type Lade Owolabi and you find it'll be on the screen. So follow us on social media for up-to-date information, but we're giving you guys this one as it comes. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. That's all we have. Until next time,
Been the best version.
bye.